Lack of sexual intimacy is the number one complaint that we hear from men. So let's talk about the two main reasons that that may have taken place. What we're not going to talk about is like females' hormones and depression, because those are all possibilities, but those are also things that you as a husband can't really control or influence, right? But within the relationship, there's two main reasons why a woman might withdraw. The first one is the connectivity that you guys have, because when you were first dating or engaged and you were pursuing her, let's be real, you treated her a little differently than you do now, right? You brought her flowers and you sent her sweet texts with romantic songs and you did all of those lovey-dovey things really intentionally. And you might say, well, yeah, but like when you get married, that stuff just fades. Then so does sex. And you can't complain about that, because what was in the brochure was this super romantic man who pursued her heart and planned spontaneous dates and did all those fun things, right? So if that's what she thought she was signing up for, and then there was a little bit of a bait and switch, then you have to acknowledge that even if that doesn't come naturally to you anymore, it is why she might be withdrawing. So rather than saying, well, that's just fades, say, let me now be intentional. Back then, maybe it was easier for you to do all those things. Now it might take some effort. It doesn't mean you shouldn't put the effort in, especially if you want her to put the effort in to prioritize sexual intimacy. So that's the first one. Maybe you just don't pursue her heart and you're not romantic. Lost my earring there. Maybe you just don't pursue her heart and you aren't romantic like you were in the beginning. But what's the second reason? The second reason a woman usually withdraws relationally from sexual intimacy is because she doesn't feel safe to engage with you. It is very common for women to come and bring their frustrations, their concerns, their difficulties to their husbands, and their husbands, rather than leaning in and learning and growing together, become defensive or dismissive. So if your wife tries to share with you her struggle around something, or maybe something that you've done that's hurtful to her, and rather than learning and leaning in and growing together, you're dismissive or you're defensive about that thing that she has brought to you. If that is how you are responding, she will shut down sexually. She is not going to want to be intimate with somebody with whom she is not safe to be authentic. So these are the two core areas that you as a man need to reflect on. If you are her knight in shining armor and you are safe and you are romantic and you know that you're really doing those things effectively, in fact, I would challenge you to ask her how you are doing in those areas. Don't say, I know that I'm doing fine. Find out from her. Do you feel loved, pursued, and cherished by me? And do you feel safe and confident to come to me? If she can say yes to both of those things, then yes, there is a next step to figuring out what's going on with your intimacy. But there is no point in even trying to look at other things if you haven't gotten these things dialed in.